Brahmacharya Dandi Sarva Vedanta Pandita Srimad Viveka Yogi Mam Prachodayatu Sarvada. We had been examining the power of thought, the power of positivizing our thought on the health and well-being of each one of us. So I narrated the story of a man in US who could get back his total health by sheer positivization of his thought process. Not that he was a great believer in God or he had faith in God, nothing like that. Uddharet atmanatmana. He concentrated his own positivizing power to work upon the physical tissues of his body. That is how. So, it is well that Swamiji reminds us, beware of your thoughts. What are the type of thoughts that pass through our mind? Because when our mind is filled with thoughts harmful to others or thinking ill of others, after some time I feel even the little beauty which we have in our face, that will disappear. Long back, while I was in Delhi, we had to go and stand in queue for getting a bottle of milk from the Delhi Milk Society. So there would be so many women standing there. So I used to watch them. See, many of them were from one particular province in India, which had to suffer so much during the partition. So much of suffering, anger, unhappiness, all this they had to go through. And I used to feel it is all written on their face. Not only that, in their behavior towards others, courtesy, tolerance, forbearance, impatience. So they will be so very impatient because in those days we were given only one token in which 2 bottles or 1 bottle like that. So for ordinary people like me, 1 bottle or 2 bottles were enough. But when there are so many members, it will not be possible. So invariably there will be a fight. I kept my first, they gave him more, this like that. So I used to wonder, see, when the mind suffers, that suffering is written all over our body, our body language, the way we talk with people, the way we look at people. Knowingly or unknowingly, they leave their mark on our entire body language. So, Swamiji reminds us of that in one of his messages. We are what our thoughts have made us. So take care what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live, they travel far. Each thought we think is tinged with our own character, so that for the pure and holy man, even his jest or abuse will have the twist of his own love and purity, and they do good. All our Avatara Purushas, their Nigraha was an Anugraha. That was the capacity they had. For all practical purposes, they will be annihilating a person but at the same time, they will be elevating that soul to a higher realm of existence. So, in this thought purification, what is the element what makes our thought impure? If we analyze, we will find it is to some extent desire. So Swamiji says, desire nothing, think of God and look for no return. See, that is where I said all our yogas are in one way or other interlinked, interconnected, interrelated. So, unless we have an element of bhakti in us by which we can elevate our thoughts Godward and centralize our thoughts on Him and learn to love Him for no return, then our thoughts are likely to be very, very materialistic. So bhakti has an important part. That is why after Karma Yoga, we pass through Bhakti Yoga and then to Raj Yoga onwards to Jnana Yoga. So, desire for nothing. It is the desireless who brings results. When you say you don't desire anything, the typical example is the story of Sudama. Sudama or Kujela goes to Krishna just to meet him for the sheer love of Krishna. From the time he departed from Krishna in his early childhood till he got married, had a huge family to look after and great poverty, not a single moment did he forget Krishna. Krishna was always in him, in his thoughts, words and deeds. With all that, he never thought of going to Krishna to beg for anything. Remember, in our worldly life, the minute we know some of our friend has become an MP or a minister or something like that, what will be the first thing which we have? Oh, I want a recommendation, maybe I can go to him. I want a placement in a school or college or somewhere, I can go there. See, immediately our love will be tinged with a desire. So Swamiji says, it is desirelessness that brings results. So Sudama did not desire for anything, and he went to Krishna, enjoyed Krishna's hospitality, love and affection. Krishna made him feel as though they were still the students of Sandibani. And when he was returning, he did not ask Krishna for anything. He came back empty-handed. And in between, Krishna just wants to test him. So it seems Krishna comes on the way to help him to travel in Krishna's bullock cart. So he asks him, "Where is your luggage?" "What luggage? So your friend did not give you anything?" "What? I did not go there to ask for anything." "Oh, so Krishna has cheated you. He has not given you anything." He said, "Don't talk like that of my friend. He is everything to me. Whatever he gives, I am more than satisfied." And that is how he returns to his house. And lo, what do we find here? When he comes, that, what to say, Juggi Jobdi, the small hut, has become a multi-story big building, palatial building. Krishna had told Vishwakarma, "Make him something which will excel my own Dwaraka." That is how Krishna says. And somewhere in Kerala also I heard this sort of a story. There was I am not able to link it up properly, but still it is worth. The one who wrote in Malayalam language, some Ramayana story, poem, or things like that, he went to meet the ruler of Travancore Highness of those days, and he wanted to see him and then come back. But the king told him, no, 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 you stay here, you stay here. And for nearly 10 days, he made him stay there. And after that, he permitted him to go back. And when he gets back, he was very poor. He was a very poor person. Then when he came back, he found a very beautiful house where his old dilapidated house was there. So we must remember to cultivate this very great, very important quality of desirelessness. So in Raja Yoga, as our security check goes on, there should not be any room there for the security man to pick up our empty desires and throw it out of our mind.